Hello! So today we are at Kern Valley in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we are going to take a look at the Zenith STOL CH701, which I have long suspected would probably be one of the best experiences using the Tobii Head Tracker. So we're going to go and jump inside the aeroplane. So we're here on the ground at Kern Valley, and we're going to go through and set the aeroplane up. So let's just center our view properly first. Okay, so to begin with, we'll get rid of the person next to us because we want to be in the cockpit on our own so we don't get our view obscured. So we just zero out the payload there. Okay, so you can see over there's the coffee shop. It looks like a nice coffee shop, doesn't it, at Kern Valley? Obviously we can look around the aeroplane, and it's a bit of a game changer because, yeah, you can look and see the wheel down there, and if we look right round behind us, we can see the stowage behind us. There's our bag. Anyway, let's go and get this started up and take it for a flight and see how it behaves, shall we? So, if memory serves, we have to click on this and then go the other way. You can put it on both. There we go. So then go to the switches, and we want the master power switch, which brings on the GPS, which is interesting, and then instruments, nav light on. Okay, so then I don't think this has a mixture control, so let's go and turn the engine over. So just go and turn the key. Immediate start. We'll go and put the transponder on standby. Nobody around, so I'm going to put the strobe straight on. Okay, so let's come off the parking brake, straighten our view up. I'm just fidgeting across the room in my chair. So yeah, I have long suspected that this would offer one of the best experiences in the simulator. So let's just make sure what we're doing. So this has got fixed leading edge slats, hasn't it, on this aeroplane? So obviously if we got manually operated flaps, yeah. And I remember I need to be careful going downhill here. So I'm going to hold back stick all the way. It's a tail dragger, so I'm just wary of nosing over on these bumps. And if I don't look where I'm going, I immediately lose. That's one of the things you lose out on over having a VR headset. Because in a VR headset you don't tend to lose spatial awareness so easily. Is it a tail drag or is it? Oh no, it's not, it's tricycle. Talking rubbish, aren't I? Okay. Okay, so let's go and have a play, shall we? So, of course, it comes into the air the moment we open the throttle, which lets us have all sorts of fun now with just flying very slowly around the area. Should we go and fly over the coffee shop and wave at everybody? Hi everyone! So I haven't used any flaps to do this, we're just piddling around, hanging on the wing. It's absolutely quite amazing. And side slipping past this hillside. So we'll just go into these hills a little bit and go along the edge of Lake Isabella, I think it's called. This looks like a more scenic route up this side, doesn't it? Let's just change my volume a little bit. I'm just leaning across my desk here, which obviously makes it look like I'm leaning across the aeroplane. So I'm coming in low and slow across these swooping hills on purpose. It's quite amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I think the story here is the sense of immersion in these little aeroplanes is much better. Unfortunately, the aeroplanes get thrown all over the place, which could induce motion sickness probably quite easily. So how vicious would a spin be? Let's put the aircraft to get some altitude first. So we're just going to circle out over the lake. Get to about 6,000 feet, and then we'll tumble the aircraft and see what it looks like with the Tobii on, and whether we can make head or tail of what's going on. So it's 4,500 feet heading towards 5,000. Okay, put up into a steep climb. 5,500. So we'll actually try the STOL off the top of this. I can't remember if the Zenith has a klaxon or a stall warning horn. It's not going to stall. If anything, it's trying to go the other way. And we can play games. It makes it easier to spin actually, because you can level your head up with the horizon, so you're not spinning blindly looking out the front of the aeroplane. So say if we go at an unexpected attitude, as I think they call it, yeah, we can quickly fixate on the ground and bring the plane back to us. So because we can tilt our head, it makes unusual attitudes very easy to deal with, because like, yeah, we can level our head as we come around the corner to level the horizon for ourselves. Suddenly becomes a lot easier. And we can obviously lean around the cockpit as well. As we go back across the hills back towards home, so if we lean over we can actually look across the top, which would have been much more difficult to do previously. Just glide down in on idle. So I've let go of the controls, I'm letting the aeroplane fall. Oh, it's going to overspeed though, need to pull it out of that. So we'll come in, because this is such a good aircraft for tumbling around at low level, let's come in over the top of the coffee shop and then circle back in for the runway. Or we could even do a really low approach, couldn't we? So we'll... What about side slipping? So if we come in across the sand here, then bob up over the trees, over the coffee shop, and then come round for landing. This is quite good fun, isn't it? Hanging around in the air in a plane that is designed for it. It glides a bit like a space shuttle though, unfortunately, once it has flaps down. There we go. So if we just roll down the hill and then roll back up the hill, put the power back on to taxi. I think you kind of settled the argument. This is the best way to fly STOL aircraft is with a head tracker. It makes a world of difference. And spinning was a lot easier because you could keep your bearings of the attitude. Or not spinning, we didn't actually get a spin going, but you know, unusual attitudes become very simple because you can just kind of, in the real world, you would grab the bars with your hands and brace yourself to get, you know, orientation on the horizon, which is very straightforward with a glass roof like this one, or plexiglass roof, I'm guessing it is. Very cool. Oh, here comes a kamikaze van. So we're going to park down by the coffee shop, shall we? Okay, plug and brake on. Turn the switches back off. Turn the fuel back off. Get the door. Lean out and have a look. It's quite scary, isn't it? It's quite odd, I think the term is. Can we lean over? No, I can't quite lean far enough. Oh, I really want that cup of coffee now. Anyway, that was the Zenith STOL CH701 using the Tobii head tracker, and I think it changed the experience enormously. It made it much more immersive. It seemed much more like actually flying. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon.